Episode 113 coming up in less than a minute. Welcome back. This is the live recording of the Client by Client podcast over in Apple Podcasts and Spotify today. The 4 money buckets of online coaching just went live. If you want to understand the 4 primary ways to generate revenue in your online business and a little bit about the dance necessary to make it happen, then you're missing out by not being subscribed, by not tuning in. So go and get that. Available at pod.link/clients or on your favorite podcast player by searching my name or the name of the show, Client by Client. Hope your week has gone amazing so far. It's Thursday. There's still time to get leads, to get clients in. Let's hop in and let's make today's episode happen. Current clients, past clients, friends, and family, drop me some emojis in the chat. If this is your first time here, drop me the number 1 for all my first-time offenders. Would love to say hi. Let's get this going. Hey, what's up? Jeremy here from whatupjeremy.com, back with another episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in. In the last episode, we talked about funnels. Specifically, which funnel should you be focusing on and which funnel should you be leveraging here in 2023, in 2024, and beyond. So if you have been getting a little fancy, adding in all the technology, paying for softwares and services that might just be unnecessary. You might be adding in complex technology that makes it harder for you to scale, that eats into your profit in your online business, that might cause for you to get into the wrong vibration where you start attracting in scenarios that don't help you grow, desperate clients that don't sign up or that can't afford your asking price. Get all of the goodness by heading back 1 episode after you're done listening to this one, because we have an important one for you today. Today, I want to talk about upgrading your number 1 asset and why it might not be exactly what it is that you're thinking right now. So let's talk about this. What your number 1 asset is not. What we're not going to be upgrading today. We're not going to be upgrading your website. We are not going to be talking about upgrading your offer, your coaching program. We're not going to be talking about your social presence and your bio on Instagram or the content that you're producing. We're not upgrading your technology. You can put your wallets away right now. You can stop saving up for the fancy tech. You just need a phone and the willpower to get going. And we're not talking about software. What we are talking about upgrading today is you. So let's hop in and let's talk about it. The first area of you that I want to talk about upgrading is your health. It needs to be stated over and over again, and we've been talking about it over these last 100+ episodes now, that you are your most important asset. You are the jockey and the horse in your online business as you're ramping up to your first 15K and as you're inching your way towards 30K a month. And even when you get beyond it, you are your number 1 asset. So if you can't show up and perform at your best or be in your best energy, if you're experiencing brain fog, if you're experiencing a slow roll out of bed, you don't get to your business till noon, you only have a couple hours because everyone has their own schedules and family comes home, your friends want to hang out, you got to do all these other things, you wake up just feeling like you're behind. All of this has to do with taking care of you as the jockey and the horse. So the first area I want to talk about is your health. I have 3 to 4 tips for each of these areas that we're going to talk about, and then I have a little bonus tip at the end for each of them. So be sure to stick through for each of these and to be sure to stick through to the end here today. The first area of your health that you can start to impact everything else is taking more steps. You got to get a bit more mobile. And if you have an iPhone, there's a step counter in your phone built in. I don't use Apple Watch at this point in time, but I do use my phone's tracker. And my initial goal when I first started tracking my steps was to hit 10,000. And it was really hard to hit initially. So you don't have to be aiming at 10,000. I was aiming at 10,000 every other day on the days that I wasn't working out. And I would try to take long walks with my dog around Old Town Scottsdale, and I'd get like 3K steps. And I started thinking, and like it started bugging me. So I started just walking around my apartment at the time. I would take my dog in the hallway and play with him, and I would kind of like get steps and play with him and chase him back and forth and just try to figure out what needed to go in and the feeling of hitting 10K, like what needs to happen in my habits, in my day-to-day in order to be hitting that. And it took me a little while to get there. You do not need to be aiming at 10,000 to get started, although that's a great goal if you're already getting 6, 7, or 8,000 steps right now. Like, pull up your phone tracker, go into the health app, go to Spotlight or search health in your phone. You may not even be using this app at all, and just go and see how many steps you've hit today. See how many you've been hitting this week, and then you can also, if your phone has been tracking it, it should be. You can scroll back and see as long as that health app has been installed on your phone, or maybe as long as you've been using your iPhone. If you're on Android, I can't help you out. I'm not sure if there is a thing built in. I know a lot of people have the Android watches. So you got to be taking more steps. So getting more steps on what you've been doing right now will already be a win. And I want you to start hitting a goal. If you're only getting, dude, there's days where I look back in my history and there's 800 steps. And I'd like to think that maybe I left my phone inside, although, where do we go without our phones these days? Or maybe I was on a road trip or something like that and I just couldn't get much steps, but you got to be getting more steps. So start setting a goal. If you're at 3K, let's get to 5. If you're at 5, let's get to 7,200, 7,500. If you're already there, let's get to 10. My current goal right now is to get 13 to 14,000 steps a day, regardless if I'm working out, regardless of what I have going on, regardless if I'm going to the gym or not. Thing number 1, let's get you more mobile in your health. Second tip here is guided breath. We've been talking a lot about this over the last couple episodes. Meditation has been part of my practice for the better part of the last 3 to 4 years. And as time goes on, it becomes more and more an integral part, a thing that becomes an absolute non-negotiable in my life. So guiding your breath once a day, starting at 5 minutes with a goal of getting to 15 minutes of where you just stop and you in silence if you can. And if not, you just focus where you're at on your breath in and your breath out and trying to feel your heartbeat. And every time a thought comes in, just take it back to your breath and take it back to your heart. Then if you're not going to the gym, we got to start going to the gym. We got to be heavy lifting 3 times a week. Just getting to the gym is a habit in and of itself. I saw a quote on TikTok just right now that a half-ass workout routine done half of the time is better than a 100% workout done none of the time. You got to be getting to the gym. There are too many benefits and not enough time here for us to talk about them. I literally heard today too that when you work out, there are proteins that are excremented, if that's a word, from your muscles, that your muscles excrete into your body that produces dopamine, that produces all of these great chemical reactions in your body. And the only way you get those chemicals, she was calling them hope chemicals, is honestly a miracle, is through exercising your muscles. It's through the contraction of your muscles. So you got to be getting to the gym a little bit more, even if you don't have a workout plan, developing that habit of getting there 2 to 3 times a week to do some lifting. This is going to help you in so many ways. Start light, go small, just get into the habit. That's a win to just get to the gym and show up and doing anything. So this is not a workout show, and I don't have enough time to give you all of the things that I've learned over the last 33 years of my life, mostly over the last just decade of my life when it comes to working out. We got to take more steps. We got to guide our breath every single day. We got to get to the gym daily. The last thing with health, and it's not health related, but it's totally health related, is upgrade your location, upgrade your environment. That might mean just cleaning your desk and getting to a clean slate. That might be finally cleaning your room or making your bed every day in the morning. For every single person, it's different, but you got to start cleaning your environment, cleaning your location. It's an easy way to upgrade your mind. It's an easy way to upgrade how you feel about everything. Now let's talk about the second area that we're upgrading in your number 1 asset, which is yourself, and that is your mind. In addition to guided breath, like we just talked about, I also want you to start visualizing. I want you to start visualizing the perfect circumstances and scenarios that you want to be happening in your life. If you are not getting clients right now and you are in worry or frustration, I want for you to, at minimum, be visualizing yourself at the end of a sales call with someone who just signed up and is super excited, and you're putting their credit card details in Stripe because you're not letting them leave the call when they say yes without paying, right? Like you're signing them up then and there. And then maybe you're visualizing yourself hanging up that Zoom call and celebrating. Or you're visualizing what you're going to do the next week with that money, with those funds, what it looks like to be that kind of coach that's signing clients, to be that business owner that's making revenue. Visualize. If you're having trouble getting to the gym, visualize yourself in the gym. Visualize yourself being excited about the results that you're seeing in the mirror. Visualize that scale going down. Visualize 6-pack abs, whatever those things look like for you. We got to start visualizing that every single day. And at minimum, visualizing good things happening instead of visualizing constantly bad conversations and bad scenarios and the worst things happening. That will do so much for your mental health in general. I also want for you to start going outside a little bit more, getting a little bit of sunlight on your body and on your parts of the body that don't naturally get that much sunlight. So you might have to try to find a private time and a private place to be doing this, but just getting out in the sunlight and admiring the sky and admiring earth and looking at the things in Mother Nature that's around you and being grateful for it and being in gratitude and even like just thanking things. This is what I do. I just thank things that I see: birds, leaves, trees, the oxygen. You got to get outside a little more, look off into the distance, find a way to find that gratitude. And then I want for you to also be optimizing your sleep. You don't have to be as crazy as me and track every single moment of your day and every single moment of sleep. Like, you got 8 hours and 13 minutes last night, 47 seconds. But your phone, if you have the iPhone, if you're Android, God bless you, on your iPhone, it's tracking your sleep already. Even without the Apple Watch, you can start to see how much time you're getting and when your bedtime is. Start using those things to track that. Make your room darker at night. Drop the temperature to be more cool. You will get better sleep. If that means upgrading your sheets or upgrading your mattress, those are viable goals for you to set for when you get your next couple clients and to use that revenue to upgrade your sleep. What's on my radar right now is I want a grounding sheet, grounding pillow, and it like plugs into the ground outlet on a wall and it grounds you at night. And there are so many benefits to just being grounded. In addition to this, I always talk about, I just talked about stepping outside. I just talked about getting grounded. I cleared off a little spot of rocks in the backyard just to reveal as fresh a soil that I could get to, which is just dirt here in the Arizona desert. And every single morning, the first thing I do is I make a water. I pour water. I put a little bit of lemon. I put a spoonful of pink salt in it, and I put cayenne pepper in it. And I take my happy ass outside, and I step on that bare foot, and I drink my glass of water. My dog uses the bathroom. We come back inside. We stretch. We get our day started. So make your sleep better. I say all that to say this: make your sleep better, and this will make your life and your business better. This will upgrade your mind. Lastly, this is the bonus tip. Our bonus tip in talking about health was about your location. Our bonus tip for your mind is your looks, because when you look good, you feel good. So I want for you to be thinking about your wardrobe. I want for you to be thinking about the things you're putting on your body and how they make you feel. You do not have to follow flashy trends or the current trends you don't have to do any of those things. But wear and buy things that make you feel good. Make a spreadsheet, and for your next 10 clients, I want for you to write a reward you're going to get yourself. And don't be outlandish. If you're charging $400 a month, you're not going to go and get the $1,000 wardrobe. If you maybe signed a client pay in full and it's $10K, maybe you take $300 of that and you splurge on buying a couple shirts, a couple pairs of pants. If you're a lady, a blouse, whatever it is that you guys wear. Make room in your budget to upgrade how you look. Make room in your budget to upgrade how you look over time. I literally, when I got certain clients in the beginning of my journey, I would go and buy from a place that had decently affordable menswear had decently affordable clothes for men that were great price and that made me feel good about myself and that made me feel better about myself as I was losing weight and gaining more muscle, and it accentuates all the work I'm doing in the gym. Upgrade your looks. Look good, feel good, play good, eat good, live good. It's a circle. Lastly, your bonus tip right there was looks. Lastly, talk about your knowledge when it comes to upgrading your number one asset of yourself. I want for you to be thinking about mentorship. If you are not invested right now in yourself through a coach or a mentorship program, I want for you to start finding who that is that you're going to hire, who it is you're going to work with, who it is that you're going to take funds from, or find a way to make happen so that you can get closer to the results that you're wanting, because it's costing you every second right now to not know how to make $15K a month. It's costing you to not know how to make $5K. It's costing you $30K a month to not know how to make $30K. So find a mentor who has the business you're wanting, who has the life that you're wanting, and do everything that you can to consume their content, and also find the wherewithal to get inside their mentorship. Because when you join someone's mentorship, their coaching program, even their online courses, or you buy their books, this is going to get you the things you need to know in formation. It's not out of order. You don't got to go through blog posts and podcasts and YouTube videos. You get everything dialed and in order. The word information is that way for a reason. You're getting the info in formation, and that will help you move so much faster than having to cobble it all together. And you can also start to listen to podcasts instead of listening to music when you're working out, when you're getting your steps, when you're cleaning the house, when you're doing things that don't need for you to be in a still sitting place or where you have to be focused in on. So listening to podcasts and audiobooks instead of music. And if you can't afford mentorship, then lastly, before we get to our bonus tips, is Invest in yourself in books. This might mean going to the bookstore and reading the book while you're there, or going and getting a public library subscription and getting while you're there, or signing up for some sort of free thing where they have books. And you'd be shocked at how many books, their audio versions, are on YouTube available for you. And start immersing your mind into things that make you feel better, into things that level up your knowledge, into things that help you get to where you want to be in business and in life. Our bonus tip for knowledge, as far as upgrading your number one asset, which is you, is don't just listen to books and read books and then dismiss them. Make a list of your top 5 that have had the biggest impact on you to your life to this point and revisit them. Maybe you don't have the book anymore. Maybe you never owned the book. Find it on YouTube. Go to the public library. Go to a bookstore and read it while you're there. I don't care, however you get it. But don't just read something one time that had a big impact on you and never go back to it. Or don't let it be years that you haven't revisited that, and now you're just like reading whatever is popular, whatever book cover sounded good. Revisit the things that you learn so that they sink in, so that you get more from them, and so that you internalize these lessons. So in recap, you are your number one asset, and it's important that you start upgrading yourself, upgrade your health, upgrade your mind, and upgrade your knowledge. Do that through doing baby steps, literally by walking more every single day, starting to visualize success instead of assuming the worst things are going to happen. Get around the people and the information that are going to make you feel better, that are going to give you the knowledge necessary to get to where you want to be. Because every month that you don't know how to make $30K a month or how to make $84K a month, which is $1 million a year, it's costing you $1 million a year. In the next episode, I want to talk about the difference between hobby and business as an online business owner. Be sure to come back tomorrow to get all of that. Whatever you are ready, here are 3 ways I can help you grow your online business. First, download your free copy of GetBookedCRM. Coaches, business owners, are you still managing your leads and pipeline from Instagram DM, Facebook Messenger, and your email inbox, or worse, with nothing? Well, you're losing leads in the cracks and you're leaving a lot of money and clients on the table every single month. That's why I created GetBookedCRM. What started out as a free way for me to manage my pipeline and turn prospects into paying clients has quickly become a favorite tool of my private students and many members in the Leverage Coach community. I'm a broken record in this, but you got to get your copy while it's still free. Get leads and turn them into clients in half the time. For your free copy now, just find me on Instagram at WhatUpJeremy and send me the letters CRM. Second, join my free group for online coaches. I've got hundreds of coaches from all over the world, all implementing my methods and strategies for starting and growing an online coaching business, and where I upload my free resources, my best resources to help you get clients consistently. Get your free invite now by finding me over on Instagram and sending me the word group or dropping group wherever you're getting the show. Lastly, become my next success story. I'm getting some coaches together this month to implement my methods and frameworks for injecting a minimum of 3 to 5K for a minimum of 15K worth of new clients, or doubling your existing client roster base over the next 30, 60, 90 days. But working with the right people is super important to me, so only respond to this. If you are a relationship-focused coach who always puts the person ahead of the money, you've been coaching for at least 6 months to a year, you'd like to get 3 to 5 clients organically from Facebook, Instagram, or social media without wasting money and time on paid ads, you have at least 300 friends on a social platform, list, or group, you are willing to take bold action because you know that your success depends upon it, and last but most importantly, you can keep a secret. That's you want you to grab your phone right now, tap that Instagram app icon, find me at WhatUpJeremy, give me a follow and binge on some content while you're there. And then when you're ready, message me the words case study. When you do that, I'll ask you a couple questions about your online business, about your vision for the next 12 months. And then I'll share with you what we have coming up this month, how we're already helping coaches in many varying coaching niches from all over the world. And we'll also identify what part of the program will likely make the biggest impact on your business the soonest. That way you know what to expect. For all the details now, just find me on Instagram or drop me the words case study wherever you're getting the show. That's it for this episode of Client by Client. See you in the next one. Cheers. All right, team, whatever was most insightful from that today, drop it in the comments. I read and respond to every single one of them. That's it for me. See you guys tomorrow. Follow up Friday. See you guys then. Peace out.